What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ravi Wadden, and in today's video, I want to talk about the Model Y long-range lease deal in the state of Colorado. So right now, you can lease a Tesla Model Y in the state of Colorado for just $92 a month with $3,850 down. Now, the reason it's so cheap in the state of Colorado is because the state of Colorado gets an additional state EV incentive on top of the federal tax credit. But even if you don't live in the state of Colorado, I think you'll get a lot of value from this video, especially if you're shopping for a Tesla. Or if you just like watching cool videos where people are getting lease deals at incredible values. So what we'll do in this video, in the first part of this video, we'll go into this lease deal in detail. We'll talk about the state EV incentive. We'll talk about the federal EV incentive and how that impacts the monthly price. We'll talk about the mileage allowance. We'll talk about the money down. We'll talk about all the taxes that you'll owe on top of the cash down. And we'll talk about the buyout option at the end of the lease, because now you can buy your Teslas out at the end of the lease. Then in the second part of this video, what we'll do is run my 1.25% rule of leasing on this Tesla, so I can show you how good of a lease deal this is in terms of value and why it makes so much sense to lease it. And then in the third part of this video, what we'll do is we'll compare the monthly lease payments to the monthly finance payments, assuming the same money down. And you'll see why leasing this Tesla Model Y is a financial no-brainer. So if that sounds good to you, please be sure to like this video and please be sure to follow. And please be sure to use my referral link down below. It'll be in the description or in the link in my bio, depending on which platform you're watching this video on. And you can save an additional, I think, $1,000 on the Tesla Model Y, which makes this incredible lease deal even better. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and jump into the computer behind me. If you're looking to save money without sacrificing your lifestyle, you should look into switching to Mint Mobile, my partner for this video. I switched to Mint Mobile at the end of 2024 and I couldn't be happier. I've been able to cut my phone bill significantly while keeping the same great service. For a limited time, you can get $60 off Mint Mobile's 12-month unlimited plan. And that's the plan that I use, and it's been fantastic. You see, big wireless companies want you to think that switching is hard. But with Mint's eSIM activation, I signed up and got connected in minutes, all from my phone without having to visit a store. With Mint Mobile, you get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. So if you want to save some money without sacrificing quality, head to trymintmobile.com/Ravi or go to the link in the description to grab this deal before it's gone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Tesla's website. And as you can see here, we have the Tesla Model Y. Now, this is not the new Juniper that's coming out next month. Deliveries begin next month. This is the existing Tesla Model Y. And as you can see here, you can lease a Tesla Model Y long-range rear-wheel drive for just $92 a month. And ladies and gentlemen, this is with $3,850 down. This is a 36-month lease that allows for 10,000 miles a year, as you can see here. Now, one thing that's important to note is that this is in the standard stealth gray color. If you wanted white, it adds $1,000 to the price. The blue adds $1,000. The black adds $1,500. So we'll keep that at gray. We're going to keep the 19-inch Gemini dark wheels, because if you go for the other wheels, you have to pay an additional $2,000. And we're going to assume all black interior, and we're not going to add full self-driving, which is an $8,000 option, as you can see here. So we're going to go with kind of the base model, no options, no frills Tesla Model Y. I shouldn't say no frills because Tesla come standard with so many options, but this is what we're going to look at. So what we're going to do here is click on Edit Terms and Savings. So And that'll give you a much more, clearer picture of how they got to that $92 a month price. Now, what you're going to see here at the top of the page is that it says Tesla leases now include, or this lease includes, a $7,500 Tesla incentive and purchase option. So this is essentially the $7,500 EV tax credit. Now, as you can see here, you have a cash option, a lease option, and a finance option. And I have the lease option selected here. So here are the lease terms. Now, one really important thing here is that I'm going to uncheck this box, which is include the estimated gas savings of $100 a month. And then I'm going to check this box that says include estimated taxes and fees, because I want to get a really, a true, clear, transparent picture of what I'm going to have to pay for this Tesla Model Y. Now, as you can see here, this car does come with the $3,850 Colorado EV incentive. So not only do you get the $7,500 from the federal tax credit, EV tax credit, EV incentive, you also get an additional $3,850, and this is unique to Colorado. So as you can see here, my total due at signing is going to be $2,290. And as you can see, this includes all taxes and fees. So $2,290 down, and your monthly payment is going to be $308 a month. The term is going to be 36 months, and that's at 10,000 miles a year. Now, as you can see here, this is a $0 down, Tesla lease. But you still have to pay taxes and other fees, and that's what equates to this. You have to pay taxes, fees, registration on the vehicle, and that's how you get this $2,290. So you're not putting any cash down to lower the monthly payment, but this $2,290 just represents taxes, fees, and registration, and there might be something else that I'm missing out, but that's what's making up this $2,290. Now, the cool thing with Tesla is, you can do 12,000 miles up front, you can do 15,000 miles up front, and you'll see that the monthly payment dynamically changes. And if you drive 12 or 15,000 miles a month, or a year, excuse me, I keep saying a month. If you drive 12 or 15,000 miles a year, it's cheaper to get that allotted mileage up front rather than to pay the excess mileage penalty. So essentially, don't get a 10,000 mile a year lease if you drive 12,000 miles. Just get 12,000 or 15,000 miles up front. Now, if we read the fine print, you'll see that the excess mileage penalty is 25 cents a mile. And another cool thing now with Tesla leases is that you can buy them out at the end of the lease term. So as you can see here, you can buy this lease, this Model Y at the end of the lease for $27,364. So for any reason, whether that's maybe you have positive equity in the car at the end of the lease term, maybe you just want to buy it out because you feel like you've already spent a bunch of money leasing this car and you want to buy it for $27,000. Whatever the reason is, you now have the option to buy Tesla leases, and this is new as of maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Before that, you could not buy Tesla Model Y leases, or any Tesla lease for that matter. You had to turn it back into the Tesla dealer. Now, another cool tip that you can save more money on this Tesla lease is looking at existing inventory. So be sure to use my referral code below because you'll save some money there, probably about $30 a month additional on the monthly payment. But you also want to check out existing inventory. So just go to Tesla's homepage, select vehicles, and then you want to select on Model Y. And what you're going to see is Explore Inventory. Click on Explore Inventory, and that's going to take you to existing inventory that is local to you. So as you can see here, I'm searching within 200 miles of 80201. This is a Denver area zip code. And I can filter by trim. So if we just want to do long-range rear-wheel drive, you'll see that there's a long-range rear-wheel drive that actually has an additional price reduction of $2,700. So instead of doing a custom order, my suggestion to anybody who's shopping for this car is you can lease this car with the $2,700 price adjustment, and it would be even cheaper than if you were to custom order this particular Tesla Model Y. Now, in this part of the video, what I want to do is run my 1.25% rule of leasing. Now, this rule just states that anytime you get a number over 1.5%, and that typically isn't a good lease deal. I mean, you still may want to lease it if you think depreciation is going to be extremely high on the vehicle that you're leasing. But if you get a number under 1.5%, that's typically a good lease deal when compared to financing. If you get under 1.25%, that's a great lease deal when compared to financing. And if you get under 1%, that's an amazing lease deal when compared to financing, and an amazing lease deal in terms of value. So what we do is you just take the money that's due at signing. So in this case, we'll take the $2,290 that's due at signing. We'll subtract it by the monthly payment of $308 a month, since it's included in the due at signing amount. That gives us $1,982. We'll divide this by 36. That gives us $55, and then we'll add the monthly payment of $308 back in. And this gives us an effective monthly payment of $363 a month. Now, what I mean by effective monthly payment is if you rolled in the due at signing amount, roll in all fees, your total cost a month is going to be effectively $363 a month. So if you multiply this number by 36, that would give you the total cost of the lease over 36 months. But anyways, what we're going to do is divide this $363 a month by this vehicle's MSRP. And I forget, I think it's $44,980. So let's see, $44,990. So what we'll do is take this effective monthly payment, divide it by $44,990, multiply this by 100 to make it a percentage, and when you do that, you get 0.8%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you may remember, I said anytime you run this calculation and you get a number under 1%, that's an amazing lease deal in terms of value, and this comes in at 0.8%, which is way less than 1%. And, you know, in my opinion, it's just unbelievable. You people that live in Colorado, you know, it's remarkable that you can get such good deals on electric vehicles. So at 0.8%, this is a great deal. And, you know, for those of you watching that are saying, hey, the long range rear-wheel drive isn't going to work for me, well, the long-range all-wheel drive is also a great lease deal when, you know, if you factor the Colorado savings, and the performance all-wheel drive is also a great lease deal. So if you need an all-wheel drive, those are also really, really good deals in terms of value. And remember, if you use my referral code below, you can make this lease deal even sweeter. Maybe it'll be like 0.76 or 0.77, I'm not sure, but it'll be better than 0.80. And really quickly, I want to show you why leasing a Tesla Model Y in the state of Colorado is a no-brainer. So, as you can see, you know, we've already went over this. The lease is with $2,290 down. It's $308 a month. And if we look at the financing option on the same exact car, if you put the same $2,290 down, assuming a 5.99% interest rate, your monthly payment is going to be $619 a month. And ladies and gentlemen, that's assuming that you include the $7,500 EV tax credit, the federal tax credit. So if you're a high earner, like if your adjusted gross income is over $300,000 as a married couple filing jointly, or over $225,000 as a head of household, or over $150,000 for all other filers, you will not get the $7,500 EV tax credit if you finance this Tesla Model Y. But if you lease it, these income restrictions right here that you see, they don't apply to leasing. And that's kind of like a loophole in the tax system. That's why leasing these cars is extremely, extremely favorable. So let's go back to the edit terms and savings and include taxes and fees. And so you're at $619 a month. So if you uncheck this box, assuming you don't get qualify for the $7,500, your monthly payment goes to $744 a month versus $308 a month if you lease it. And even if you did like 15,000 miles a year on this Tesla Model Y, your payment goes to $362 a month compared to $744 a month. So, I mean, give or take, you're saving $400 a month, so about $4,800 a year. And let's just see, $4,800 a year, $4,800 and times 3, you'll be saving $14,400, you know, in terms of monthly cash flow. And then at the end of the lease term, if you really want to keep this Tesla Model Y long range, you do have the buyout option at the end of the lease term. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget the last benefit of leasing this Tesla Model Y is the depreciation risk that you're protected from. So a lot of people may buy this car, and then in 2 to 3 years when they want to go trade it in, or 4 years when they want to go trade it in, they're going to owe more on their loan than what the vehicle is worth, assuming they put $2,000 or $3,000 down. So, you know, with leasing this car, it really, really protects you from that downside depreciation risk, which EVs are notorious for, because not only do you have to deal with the depreciation of EVs, Tesla seemingly seems to reduce the prices on their cars every year or so as well, and that doesn't help the resale value. So I think leasing this car makes a lot of financial sense if you're trying to buy it new. But if you have any other questions about Tesla leases or about leasing in general, let me know in the comment section below. But with that, I'm going to call it a video. Thank you all for watching. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.